Knee pain after the age of 60 can be helped. If your knees hurt every time you get out of a chair, walk down the stairs, or simply try to enjoy a morning walk, I want you to hear this. Pain doesn't always mean that your knees are wearing out. In fact, one of the biggest myths I hear is, I've got arthritis, so I should rest my knees. But the research tells us almost completely the opposite. For many people, the biggest reason their knees become more painful isn't because the joint is deteriorating rapidly. It's because the muscles that support the knee become weaker, stiffer, and less able to absorb force. The knee itself is actually quite a poor shock absorber. It's designed to be guided and protected by strong hips, strong quadriceps, and good ankle mobility. My name is Michael Cooper from Fit Past 60. As an accredited exercise physiologist and sports scientist with almost 30 years of experience, I've helped hundreds of adults over the age of 60 to reduce knee pain without relying solely on medication or avoiding activity. Today, I'll show you the 3 exercises I prescribe the most often in my clinic because they're supported by research and they actually work. So let's get started. Exercise number 1, the sit to stand. If I could only prescribe one exercise for knee pain, this would have to be it. Now, why is this so? Because standing up from a chair is one of the most important movements that we perform every single day. Every time you stand, your quadriceps, your glutes, and your core work together to control the forces passing through your knees. When these muscles become weak, the knee joint has to absorb far more load than it was designed to. Now that's when everyday activities start to become painful. Here's how to perform the sit to stand. Stand toward the front of the chair, feet directly under the knees, cross the arms across the chest, or if you need to support them on your knees, you may. Sit down, transfer your weight, push up strong through the heels, all the way to a full standing position. That's the sit to stand. Think about lowering yourself down slowly under a controlled 3 to 4 second period. That lowering phase of the exercise, the eccentric phase, is where much of the strengthening and force production occurs. Try starting with around 8 to 12 repetitions. And if you're finding that easy, make the exercise a bit more challenging, either taking a light dumbbell or even some resistance bands and performing the same activity all the way down, pushing up strong. By challenging those muscles further, greater results will come. Always remember that pain during exercise doesn't always mean damage. A mild increase in discomfort, around a 3 or 4 out of 10 on the pain scale, is often acceptable, provided that your pain settles within the next 24 hours. Exercise number 2, step-ups. Walking downstairs is one of the biggest complaints I hear from my clients that have knee pain. That's because descending stairs places significant demand on the quadriceps to control your body weight. Step-ups train this exact function. Try for a low step, and if you need to use a stick for support, go for your life. Little bend through the back knee, pushing up nice and strong to the step. Control that lowering phase, pushing up strong to a full straight hip and knee position. Controlling that lowering eccentric phase. Quality always matters more than speed. And as your strength improves, try to increase the height slightly or reduce the amount of time that it takes you to complete repetitions. We can also make this exercise more challenging by adding a set of bands. Research consistently shows that progressive strengthening of the quadriceps is one of the most effective non-surgical treatments for knee osteoarthritis. But don't forget, your gluteal muscles are equally as important. Strong hips reduce excessive inward movement of the knee and improve overall lower limb alignment during walking and during stair climbing. This leads us to the next exercise, the terminal knee extension with the resistance band. The exercise is simple, but it's incredibly effective. Simply attach a resistance band to a fixed point, gently wrapping around the back of the knees. Step back to create some tension on the resistance band and allow your knees to bend slightly, allowing the band to pull your knees forward. And then we're pushing back through the knees to a full extension point, feeling that tension through the quadriceps. Then return slowly. Extend through the knees, contract the quadriceps. Aim for 12 to 15 controlled repetitions to start with. This exercise specifically targets the quadriceps, particularly the vastus medialis, which helps to improve the knee stability during walking. Many people avoid fully straightening their knee because of pain. Unfortunately, that further leads to weakness and altered walking mechanics. The goal isn't simply to reduce pain, it's to restore confidence in using the knee properly again. And don't forget, this isn't just about strengthening the knee. And here comes a surprising fact for many. The source of knee pain isn't always just the knee. Limited ankle mobility, weak hip muscles, poor balance are all contributing factors. And reduced walking confidence can also increase the load placed through the knee joint itself. And that's why in my clinic, I rarely treat the knee in isolation, constantly assessing the entire movement chain above and below. The stronger and more efficiently your body moves, the less stress your knees experience. Think of your knee as the middle employee in a company. If the people above and below aren't doing their jobs, well, the person in the middle gets overloaded. If you're living with knee pain, please don't assume it's because you're getting older. Age alone doesn't explain pain. Weakness, reduced movement, loss of muscle, and avoiding activity can often play a much bigger role. The encouraging news is that muscles respond remarkably well to progressive exercise, even into your 70s, your 80s, and beyond. Start with these 3 exercises: your sit to stands, controlled step-ups, and banded knee extensions. Try performing these exercises 2 to 3 times per week and slowly progress the exercises. Focus on movement quality rather than perfection. And remember, exercise isn't simply about making your legs stronger. It's about making your everyday life just that little bit easier. Things like standing up from a chair, walking with confidence, when you go traveling, when you're out in the garden, living independently. And that's really what we're training for. At Fit Past 60, our mission is simple: helping you use science-backed exercise to stay strong, to stay mobile, and independent for life. If you found this video today helpful, please give it a thumbs up below and subscribe to the content. And I'd love to hear from you. Which daily activity causes your knees the most discomfort? Is it stairs? Is it walking? Is it getting out of the chair, or something else? Please leave your response in the comments below. And thanks for watching. And remember, age strong by science. Thanks very much, and I'll see you next time.